All right, now we're 1 week into online class for sales. Hope that everyone's transitioning as well as possible. I know that this can be a bit challenging to say the least. This isn't what you signed up for. You weren't expecting this. So, I'm going to have a lot of patience with you all. If you have any and all questions, don't hesitate to reach out to me. Nice work on the assignment and discussion forum for last week. I really appreciated some of the great responses about the companies that or businesses that are in trouble from a sales perspective, and then the ones that have been able to adapt well or set up well to handle a pandemic and a situation where everyone's staying at home and everything needs to be done remote. I'm again reminded this week of how important it is going to be for salespeople to figure out how to build relationships without being face to face, which is very challenging. I know for me as a sales individual in my job now, I'm making it more of a point to call them more regularly than I ever did before, just to talk. Some of that's out of boredom. I'm at home too. I want to be able to interact with people and talk to them. So, that's where we're at with the way things are today. Moving forward this week, Chapter 8 on positioning. We'll talk a little bit about that in this video. Otherwise, you have an assignment due for Chapter 8 at the end of the week. You have a quiz, which is 15 questions covering Chapters 7 and 8. You have 30 minutes to complete that in Blackboard. So you go to Blackboard quiz. It should be showing up. You have 30 minutes to complete it. You must complete it all in one sitting. But you can use your book, you can have PowerPoints, you can have notes, whatever you would like for that. But you have only 30 minutes and it must be completed in one sitting. And then for the discussion groups, you need to go in and look at what other students wrote, the ideas that they had, some of the other students' responses to those, and come up with at least 2 responses to other people's posts. And these need to be thoughtful. These need to be more than one sentence. They should be, a paragraph or 2, really adding value to that discussion. We're not meeting in class. We don't have an opportunity to share ideas. So this is how we need to do it. And I want you guys to put in effort because I learned quite a bit from several of the people's posts. And I think you can as well. So that's what we have due for this week. So assignment, discussions, and a short quiz. I am also going to have a extra credit opportunity for the class engagement piece of it. I'm going to post a second discussion topic based on what we're talking about today with positioning and the PowerPoint. So this is, unfortunately, this is like my favorite chapter, and I hate that I can't be in class presenting it to you. The idea of positioning. So how do we stay in front of prospects and clients? And the first section of it is talking about repetition and social media and how companies and people can use email blasts, social media, Twitter, Instagram to connect with prospects and customers and build a relationship and stay in front of them. And I think there's great examples both on companies that do a really, really good job and companies that do a really bad job. I get, emails from companies that send an email every single day or every other day, really just annoy me, right? One company I can think of that sends communications too often is Casey's. I have the Casey's app. I get an alert like every day about a new special. It's like, can we cut it back a little bit? You're kind of overwhelming. I don't really care for a special every single day. The flip side is a company that I posted a link to on slide 5 called Picky Bars. They do energy bars, granola bars, oatmeal, that type of thing. I think that they have just an ingenious social media technique. Their owner, Jesse Thomas, does some crazy fun videos, little Instagram stories. I really recommend you go to Instagram, check out both the Stay at Home Stanley, which is recent. They sent out an email with a bunch of little pictures. Click or quick clips. And then they had a Brontosaurus doing a workout, and so he's in this big inflatable Brontosaurus, and it made me laugh. Doesn't really advertise anything specifically, but makes me think of their company again. And, okay, well, maybe I'll go order a few more of their at-home food products, which ironically enough, they're a company that's positioned really well in this current situation. I listened to a podcast by them. They're a home delivery prepackaged healthy food company. So you have a subscription service to a box of granola bars, oatmeal, that type of thing that shows up at your house. Well, that's what people need these days. People don't want to go to the grocery store, so they want it delivered to their house. Perfect opportunity. So take a look at that. The extra credit opportunity is to either talk about companies that do a really good job of positioning themselves with prospects and customers, whether that be email marketing, TV, giveaways, social media, and then the flip side, companies that do a poor job or are overwhelming. I can think of a handful of companies that I typically would like their products, but they annoy me. They post too much. They send too many emails. They are just over the top. So that's going to be your extra credit opportunity. Do it if you'd like. You can earn up to 25 points by thoughtful responses. Take a look at this chapter. There's several videos by Brian Tracy, who can be a little dry, a little slow, but give some really good points about how to build a brand for yourself, how to position your product, how sales have changed over the last several years. Any questions on this chapter, please let me know. Hope you guys have a great week. Expect maybe an update later this week on the role plays and how we're going to be doing that as we continue to move forward with this class. Thanks.